Hey, it's Josephine from the Pointe shop, and I'm fitting at Marin Ballet today. Today we're going to be fitting experienced dancers, and tomorrow we're going to be doing demi-pointe shoes. So I'm going to show you guys demi-pointe shoes a little bit later, but today I'm fitting Genevieve, and we've done a few pointe shoe fittings, right? So we ended up finding a pointe shoe that we really liked last time, but this time what I noticed is that when the shoe starts to die, it breaks really, really low. And what we're going to do today is we're going to give Genevieve a shoe that's a little bit harder just up until the 3/4 point, so it gets a little bit softer just at the heel. So we're actually going to keep Genevieve in the same shoe, but we're going to just go a little bit harder. So I'm going to show you, stand up for me, Genevieve. The shoe that she's in right now, she danced very well in these. We really like this shoe, so we don't want to change too much about it, but we're going to definitely go to a shoe that's a little bit harder. Step up onto pointe. Okay, very good. So she's getting over these really well. She's comfortable in these shoes. It's really easy to roll through and everything. So I think this was our 4th pointe shoe fitting together, right?
Probably more like 5th-ish.
Yeah, 5th? Okay, so it took us this long to find this shoe. So the first couple times we had different shoes, we tried different brands, and we ended up really liking this, and now we're just tweaking here. So you can see that the shoe is breaking pretty low. You want the shoe to break a little bit high. Her foot breaks a little bit low anyway, so that's what the shoe is doing. But what we're going to do is I'm going to force her foot to break a little bit higher by going to a harder shoe. Okay, so go ahead and take those off for me. As you can see, those are pretty dead right now, so we're going to, it's going to be a pretty big difference between her dead soft shoes and then the new harder ones. I always fit pointe shoes as a tool to help the dancer dance the best. Genevieve is actually very narrow and super tapered, and this shoe is actually very square. So typically you want a tapered shoe for a tapered foot, but in Genevieve's case, this actually worked out better for her. There's no hard or fast rule with pointe shoe fitting, it's just what fits for you. So this is quite square and wide, and she's really tapered. So if that works for you, that's totally fine. Same exact shoe, but we're going to go a little bit harder. Okay, very good. First position. Okay, demi-plie. Okay, very good. Straighten. Step up onto pointe. Okay, very nice. So this is a 3/4 shank, so it's breaking a little bit higher, so it'll take a little bit longer for Genevieve to break these in, but it is breaking right here. So if your teacher tells you that your shoes are breaking a little bit low, there might be a couple different solutions for that. You can always go to a harder shank, but if that's harder for you to get over, your solution might be that the vamp is a little bit too short, so you might have to get a longer vamp or a longer wing for your shoes to not break so low. So it just depends on what works for you. If your shoes are kind of putting you in the wrong spot, if you can see that all of your knuckles are just kind of crunching at the end of the shoe, that probably means that the shoe is breaking a little bit too low. So we just made a minor tweak today. I think Genevieve's going to do much better in these. We're going to send her home with these today. Very minor tweak. Sometimes that's all it takes, and then we'll keep tweaking until we find her perfect shoe. If you have any questions, then you can leave that in the comments, and I will answer that the best I can in the next video. See you guys soon.